This program is brought to you by Mother Cave, iRich Limited, and iRich Entertainment.
All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, viewers at home, you're welcome to yet another episode of Jokes Aside with T-Boy, powered by iRich Entertainment. And of course, I always talk about the iRich Limited, which is a brand that deals on lands and land development. And of course, you can follow them on their social media handles for more details. My name is T-Boy, the Comedy Minister for Cruise Control, the Prince of Punchline, the Vibe King, and I'm your host as always. Today, we're going to continue with what we were talking before. We're talking about dating, yes, relationship. There's a relationship, the sweet, but now you go to date Nigerian boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, today in the studio, I'm not alone. I am here with a very pretty lady. Asanwa. The Igbo brothers will call her Egove Nonwa. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have Constance in the building. Constance, please say hi to our friends at home.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Oh! Come on, that's the Gen Z way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on my right, we have a very wonderful young man. This guy is, there's this word, astonishing. Oh, this guy is yeah, what's that, Odumeje's, Bagagios. You get what Odumeje they talk. This guy, by the way, he's a gospel musician and he's paving way for himself, a wonderful artist. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have King Jamin.
Hey, yeah,
King Jamin, please say hi to people.
Okay, hey guys, I go by name J to the A to the M to the M, the King of Fun. King Jam is my name, and it's a pleasure being here, my guy.
You get to the jam. You go to the
Jamin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have these two wonderful persons in the studio today, and we're going to be talking about relationship, dating, and what it means by dating right. But before we dive into that, I will have to drop this question. Jamin, what is the successful path? What is the right path to a successful relationship?
I feel like that question is kind of technical because there's no one path to successful.
No one path.
Yeah, there's no science, working science to it. I feel like it's a conversation of what works for A might work for B, and what works for B might not work for A. So when you talk about a successful path, I feel like a path that is trustworthy, a path that's filled with trust and understanding will take you to a successful relationship. That's what I feel personally. But as we go on in the conversation, we'll dig out.
Constance, what about you?
Okay. My own aspects about relationship, I just feel like it's all about understanding and communication. And don't look at other people's aspects or the things they go through in a relationship and try to put it in yours. Because what works for A doesn't work, just like what he said, will not work for B.
Okay, because
just communication, understanding, that is what I feel, because nobody is perfect. And again, do not trust anybody, especially men.
Adam.
The wrongest people to trust. If started this controversy, so
if Eve don't trust Adam,
until Eve came into the picture, God trusted Adam.
And two men.
Now when Eve come, everything began to get issue like that. So if you say don't trust Adam, I will say never trust an Eve. Even Eve no trust Eve. Fact.
Okay, why I asked that question? Like, what was the right path to a successful relationship? Because some people say it's when two persons who are friends start developing feelings for themselves, meaning that they might have been together for a period of time before the love now starts developing. And some persons will say that you can just meet up somebody and you just have love at first sight.
Yeah, for me, I feel like the whole idea of friends meet friends it works in the sense that okay, I have a friend who got married to his friend, and it worked for them in the sense that when they're at home they have many things to talk about because they are friends over the years. But then at some point it doesn't work for some other people.
Yeah.
All right, like me, I can't marry my friend. I have personal reasons why all my friends will be weird. So I feel like sometimes meet somebody, someone that you can for your friend. You've known your friend for a long time.
Yeah.
You have known her excesses, and there's fun in limiting new excesses in people. So for me, I feel like when I meet you, let's start exactly
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
What about you?
Okay. For me, it doesn't work for everybody. Like for me, I cannot be friends with you, then end up with you. See, finish go 2 months. And besides, I might not have respect for you. You know, men of nowadays, they feel like you need to respect me. You need to do this. If I tell you this, you don't need to chat. If you tell me A, I don't tell you Z.
Because you don't know her.
Because I don't know her finish. I don't see her finish.
So no, are you saying that men don't deserve to be respected?
No, men deserve to be respected. What I'm trying to say, you know, there are some friends that when you meet, if they start talking about relationship, that friendship will automatically scatter.
Yeah, a friend. I don't see scenario when the guy and the girl good friends. Okay. So when the guy popped up, the question was like, babe, I want you to be my girlfriend. The guy was like, Chukwu the you. That's
funny. Very funny.
What's it
Very funny.
Okay. So now, in this whole relationship and dating of a thing, there is this word people always use. I define my spec. What is the spec?
Okay, I think you should go first because now girls days are past.
Yeah, I mean,
so saying spec, nobody gets spec.
So like this, you know,
because okay, to an extent, what I'm trying to say is, you know, you feel like okay, I cannot end up with this guy. At the end of the day, you see yourself ending up with that particular person. Yes, because okay, there's I went to university. There's one of my friends. She said, I can never date a short guy. Talk less of even getting my bed. Today, she's married. She's not born two for the man. That is the funniest.
No, we can do that.
Like,
you gotta get money. Check out. You gotta get money.
It's not even about money. Like, when someone has made up her mind that, okay, I'm not going for this shit, all this kind of thing. Some people be like, okay, I don't like fair guys. I don't. But at the end of the day, you end up seeing yourself becoming more close and attached to them. What you
criticize.
Yes, you criticize, you like vow you'll never go into you. So spec. The only thing is he should have good character, he should be understanding. But talking about physical appearance, for me, I don't really think it matters much. Okay. But money is supposed to.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Ask her first.
Oh,
money is supposed to.
So
because
money are the spec.
No, my popsy train us well. Okay. He spent, he invested. So why would I end up with someone that cannot give my popsy standard? Why?
I have issues with that word standard.
No, wait. What I mean standard. Okay, what I mean standard. Okay, like I'm in my father's house. Anything I want, I get. Why would I come and be with a man?
Sorry, anything you want, you get. Can you trade that? Anything you want, you get.
In
so can you say if you want an iPhone 16 now, do you get it?
I left my parents. I mean then, anything I want.
When you were small.
When I was small growing up.
Exactly. And the things you wanted financially were minimal. They were idealistic to your dad to buy them. And trust me, it's not everything you wanted you got.
Yes.
It's not everything I wanted I got. But to an extent, I got everything.
You got most things you wanted.
Let me say I got literally everything because then I was still a student. I was still under them.
Exactly.
So they were able to meet up with what I needed. That's why they get back to me.
Pinpoint the necessary things you needed.
The necessary probably at a girl of that age, what will you necessarily need?
So
that your parents cannot.
Quick question: when did you leave home? Sorry. Our age bracket. Just give me an age bracket from 11 to 18. Just give me age bracket. When did you leave home? So
I literally left home at 17.
At 17, okay. At 17, you could need an iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. University, they took care of everything.
Everything you needed
in university.
Okay.
Yes, everything.
Okay.
I cannot count like they spent.
Okay.
That is one I don't joke with my parents.
Okay.
Even though we they fight, you know, 1 or 2.
Facts.
Yes. Yes.
That's for sure.
Okay.
But soon now, okay, like now I'm on my own. I don't really depend on my parents.
Okay.
Majority of everything I can afford for myself.
Very
So
true.
why would I come and be with a man that will not be able to sustain me?
To sustain you.
To sustain me, because even if I'm working, I'm with you.
Okay.
Anyway, no matter what, at least if I'm with a man, you should be
Okay.
able to meet up to my standard. I support you, support me. But at least we should pass that level that
Okay.
I've once been there.
Okay.
Yes, let me go to a greater height. Not be
Okay.
one day now I did marry her, I'll come my popsy daddy, send me bag of rice, send me tomato, send me this. No,
Okay.
now
Oh,
I don't
okay.
pass that level.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, the whole idea of spec is a
Okay.
I feel like I'll always use an example. Once you were a child, we said my best food was rice.
Yeah.
All right, but when you started growing, you now realize that necessity was laid upon you to have proteins, and then you started eating beans, right? So that spec thing is a most times we mark spec boxes based on what we want. But as you grow and you
You
become
get
to have
to know.
sense, you now realize that there's a difference between what you want and what you need.
Yeah.
All right, over there you know that your spec boxes doesn't count. But check most of the time, ladies don't have their spec is just have money, and it's the way it's reality check. Reality check. Once I see a man, whether it's short, dark, ladies don't have spec, and I will say it all the time. Once the dwarf has money in his bank account, she will. I know. What are you saying? I know many people out there. I can't call names.
True. Don't generalize. Like,
But no. The reason why we generalize is when most people tilt towards a thing. For instance, most people lie. So we say everybody lies.
Yeah.
All right. So once most people tilt towards a thing, we can generalize. Most girls
Don't
go
have.
for a man who has money, irrespective of what it looks like.
No,
or
it's
how it
not
is.
about only money. No, a guy that is kind. Because some guys actually have money, but
but
they're very stingy.
But
So
trust me, most girls don't even care about if it's kind as long as he has his money first.
No.
I'm telling you
I
the
can't
truth.
tolerate that.
I know many
Because to an
guys-
extent, to an
I know many
extent.
guys who don't have much but and are kind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Eh.
And
There's some guys
many
that
girls
have
don't
money.
date them.
Wait, there's some guys that have money, but they don't give out.
Many
Why
girls will
would
go for
I be
them.
with that kind of guy
That's
that
you.
don't have money?
That's
No.
you.
See,
Many girls are comfortable in the theory or in the fiasco that my man is rich,
okay,
even if they're not getting anything.
Okay.
I know many girls.
Okay, their man
They're
is
not getting
rich.
anything, but just with the idea of they can post that the guy just bought a GLK.
No,
They're okay with it.
No, let me tell you, except those girls are, let me say, they're not educated or they're not smart. Let me prove to you, there are some girls that even if they're with that man, I
Okay.
bet you they're having someone that is spending on them.
Can you date a civil servant that's making 150k a month and it's kind?
Like me now.
Yes. Civil
It will
servant.
depend.
150. Why is it depending? Why
It
does it have to
depend.
depend?
It will depend where we met, how we met, and everything. There's a lot to consider there.
Though the yardstick is any 150k a month and it's kind. Emphasis on his kind.
And he loves you.
He can share and he loves you.
Where
But-
they love take rich before I will take with her. How it takes start.
You know, see, if we civil servant now, they do
That is-
high to start. But if the person get 1 million,
No. See, that's why I'm trying to make you understand
Okay.
something. If you are a girl and you're with a guy that has money and he's stingy, what the fuck are you doing with him? Because I don't see the reason. Even if he bought GLK, trust me, majority of those girls, they have someone lavishing their lifestyle.
Okay.
I bet you they can be with a man just because he has spec or let me say it's their spec, but he's stingy.
Okay.
They'll have someone that will be spending on them. Because if the person cannot spend on them, who is lavishing their lifestyle?
Quick
There's
question. Must
someone-
someone spend? I mean, maybe we'll get there.
Okay. Talking
This-
about that
yeah,
aspect.
we'll get
Okay.
to
Talking
that
about that aspect of girls. That's why as a lady you need to have something doing. Even if like something should be coming out. Yes, you might have a guy that is spending on you, yes, but at least if that guy leave you, are you trying to tell me you'll be stranded or something? No, you need to be smart. You have something doing. Even if it's just a mere job that you're working or you learn a trade, something like that. That's why I say as a lady, you need to be smart. Because if that guy, let me say the guy might be spending on you, he has the money, but if he leaves you one day or he dumps you, now you go this street, you will start back from afresh. No, now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to be smart as
Okay.
a lady. You need to.
Smart. Right.
Yeah.
All right. There is this thing that it's always common with every relationship, talking stage. Well, I really want to, or we rather want to know, what's really this talking stage? Is it when the two parties get to talk and know about themselves, or is it the point where the guy starts showering gifts to profess love to the girl, and
Okay.
you get or is it the time when the guy have to be taking the girl on numerous dates and all?
Ah, man, don't suffer.
No.
So,
Okay, talking stage, he has many ways.
Can I say something? Back in the days, talking stage used to be midnight call.
Abi 12:30
to 4 a.m.
talking stage
to go.
If 4:30 pass, we don't finish.
Talking stage
till 12:30.
12:30. So 12:30, you were saying something. Yeah, go on.
Talking stage. Okay, let me put it out there. Ladies love attention.
Okay.
Attention. So in that talking stage, if you are serious, you have to show the girl attention. Once in a while, you go dey press money. No be that one you go talk from now to December.
So they will still press money for talking stage. They will still press money for talking stage.
Yes.
Inside talking stage, they still press money.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
So they pay you to talk.
My ladies out there.
You dey subscribe to talk
wait,
now.
The data why they use? Sometimes I go dey call you. The data why they use.
So wetin me they use to call you?
I don't understand. Now your own, you be man. Why are you a man?
Okay.
Answer. I am a lady. I'm meant to enjoy my life.
Okay, then we can't suffer.
That is why they say as a man, you need to be a man. That leg in between your two.
Is the extra.
Okay.
So you need to work for that.
So
Because
wait. As I'm pressing money in the talking stage, can I be using that man that you just jam man? Can I still be using him?
Why will you be using me?
Why will I be pressing money?
Why will you be talking to me when I'm wasting my data?
Okay, I will see your data.
Yeah, I am. So you need to be replenished.
Oh, okay, then my own man will not be replenished.
You know the how it take concern me. That one is talking stage. You never see.
So you see, they pay to talk.
They subscribe the talk.
Guy, as it sound, it's called talking stage. It's literal. Now, if you're not interested, if I must press money, see, you see this dating thing, it's a source of income to many girls. Yeah. Now, okay, imagine I'm pressing money. Don't forget, a girl is not in talking stage. I've never seen a girl that is in talking stage with one person. Yeah. So literally, she's in talking stage with different people, trying to choose.
Okay,
so all of us, they press money.
That is why, as a girl is on her talking stage. What will motivate her is your kind gesture. That's why I say you need to be with a kind man.
So you are trying to outbid other talkers.
Nothing that I want to see for that.
That is why you use. That's why most men
use money.
They're smart.
Enough
it's not about using money. Attention, money matters too. Attention.
You said press money. You didn't say press attention.
I said attention. I mentioned it here. Don't start.
So if I give you attention, I don't press money. Are you going to? You say data. You are burning data. Attention. See, Tibo, let me give you this real life. It happened to me.
Okay.
All right. This I think this was last December. We met and we started this talking. In fact, we met. In fact, we'll talk about dating apps because you see dating apps. It's a red flag for me now. So we met on a dating app, right?
So what are you doing in a dating app?
We find love.
We find love now.
They said we found love in a hopeless. What if I not tell her that for me to know if you can deliver? Let us enter the other room so that I'll know if you. So when some lady say something,
that's why I say for me. Okay, I'm going to apologize on her behalf.
And on your behalf for telling us that you say we'll pay money inside.
No. This one is different. That's why I'm trying to say she acts. But normally, your common mind supposed to say.
I don't have a common mind. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Since you don't have, that means it's your loss now.
No, it's not my loss.
Now you be
talking stage is not a. Who do they find? Talking stage is not a financial zone.
They find man.
No, talking stage is not a financial zone. Let's know.
Now, man, they find man.
No, I can agree with you that a man they find, but a woman, a woman needs to position herself to be found. See, if we want to go there, now woman they lose. Should we go there? Now, a man can marry at any time. Men don't have biological clock. Women have biological clock. Once a woman gets to 28, 30, 35, she has lost her market value. A man can marry at 85 and marry a woman in her prime.
Let me now try to make you understand something.
Okay.
Gone are those days.
No, it's still these days.
Gone are those days that men will be like you're in your father's house. Your father will say, "Go and marry. You don't right." No. Women now work their own money.
How many percentage of women work their money?
That that's why I say majority. Gone are those days that women are at home.
Minority.
Majority. Let me tell you something you don't know.
How many people?
Majority.
Is all this thrift people are doing online? Heaven. No, heaven.
See, it's not about heaven though. Let me tell you. They make their own money. At least they can even stand up to say they want to open a business or a heaven or business. Gone are those days women will do
online
everything.
business.
Do everything. They'll be slave at home. They'll do this one. Men will be flaunting around, getting married. Now like this, women are ready for men. Gone are those days that they take nonsense from men.
Women are not ready for men.
They are.
In fact, it's
They
worse
are.
now.
That is why now you're supposed to fear women, but at the
The
same
CEO,
time fear men.
one of the greatest women in Nigeria that most girls look up to, Sada Board. What did she say? 20 million for Opwe. So if she works that hard, what? See, girls would legit tell you we don't need men. We are doing well. We are doing well. At the end of the day, I've never seen a feminist enough not to need a man. I've never seen.
Okay.
I've never seen a lesbian enough not to even need a man. So all this charade of we are not getting there, we are not independent la lie. Man see the fund that independence.
Yeah, good and fine. Man see the fun. That's why as a lady that is trying to be independent, the right man will come for you. Not this man, no, not jargons will come for them.
What is your definition of jargons? Sorry. What is that jargons? Not jargons. Because when it comes to men, and I'm okay with it, right? You know, men are used to, when you say a man is fat, we don't even care. A man, you are broke. The book shame was if I have gotten used to it. I told somebody those days, right? Back then, they used to say, broke, you are too broke, you are stingy. Right now, being stingy should be a title. Right now, I'm one of the most stingy people. Because that time, they use and they gaslight us to drop funds. But it's not working again. If you're not stingy, right now, even
you say, when man to spend, they say, maga.
See, let's not go there. Because in those days, men were caring. Right? Men used to be caring, men used to be kind. And this lady was saying, "Na maga." So men decided, I will never be a maga again. And that's the men started tilting towards you. If you don't deserve it, I won't give you anything.
Deserving what?
Yes, you have to. You deserve. Before I give you money, you deserve them.
In what?
I'm not go put my money for baby bank. I can't, like, for instance, there's a girl that there's a guy who took a number. I think that was in a show. Is it Don Dap show? And the girl can say, please, I'm in financial problem. We've never even talked to him well. And I said, if this is how I take people's numbers and start every time, I'll be a broke man.
No, I understand what you mean, but what do you mean they get need to deserve the money?
No, for instance, you can agree with me that a man has to be deserving, even if I don't subscribe to fornication as a Christian. But for most girls, you don't just meet a guy on the first day, even if some girls do it, and then strafe him. There are certain criteria he has to reach before you can say, I trust this guy with my body. Okay. The same thing. There's certain criteria as a woman who should reach before I can trust her with my money.
Okay.
But do you know that as a man, if you're trying to get to know a woman, there are some certain things that you have to do to impress her. You know, men.
I don't subscribe to impressing girls too.
Wait now.
Okay.
You need to. Okay, then how will you get married? Because wait, let me try to make you understand something. I understand the aspect you mean. Let me say it's for these 419 girls or these, these runs girls on the road. But when you're trying to say she has to deserve before you spend money, I don't understand. You're indirectly being stingy here. Let me be frank with you. Okay. Because normally you say a girl needs to deserve your money. So if you're in talking stage with a girl, you're trying to get to know her, you cannot take her for dates or the rest.
No, this is
that is bad of you to really say.
If we should carry
that is so bad. I didn't expect this from a man. No.
African mentality. We are in a poverty-stricken continent, so we get to hear these things from you people. But if you go to a Western, I've had conversation with girls. We talk about dating, and you say, "Take me to places." Do you know that most of the time, ask a girl, "Let's go out to dating." She will call the places she can never go in her life, so that you can press funds there. For instance, ask the girl, what will a girl first time date you? You're telling me let's go to Paprika to do what? Wait, no, to do what?
Wait. That's why.
Date in the Western world. What is the? See, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse, and that's why many girls are abusing dating. The purpose of dating is to get to know ourselves. Go to the Western world. They walk in the park.
Let me tell you something.
In fact, dating never even be walking stage first.
See, normally, let me tell you what you don't understand. Normally, if you are a guy trying to toast a girl, especially for the first time, normally you are the man to choose a dating spot.
How many girls will allow you to use data?
Majority will allow you. Let me tell you, if it's the first time, majority, except if you ask her.
And most time you will be gentleman enough to ask her.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
you don't
That's
know
what
where
I'm
she would
saying.
like to go.
That is why I'm telling you that normally you are the one taking her out for the first time. You are the one to decide. It's only if you ask her. You know, some girls can be greedy, good and fine. But you asking her, that means you have it in mind that anywhere she choose,
you are one of maybe I can agree that you are one of the cool girls. But this is how conversations go.
Because
this is how conversations go.
to,
Watch, can we go out? The next question is to where? Now, if I say there's this lounge.
Okay, you'll be like, there's this
you will not
lounge.
hear, I don't go to lounges. Then you'll not be okay. Where do you want to go to? That's where the problem
No,
starts.
I understand. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Since you're the one taking, especially if it's the first date, you are the one to choose. You're the one to tell the girl, see, let's go here. If now she's against you, you'll be like, okay, where do you think? That means you are ready to fund it.
Where do you think I went to fund? Where do you think you are going to?
If now, okay, if she
I
now
want to ask you out today now.
wait.
I say, let us walk around Babangida Road.
Yeah.
Let us What will you not tell me? What? No, what? Sincere, what will you tell me?
No, but you know,
I'll just laugh
back in
over
the
it.
days, we do that.
Even in the Western world now, they walk in arcades. They go for and just walk
How
around
can
and
you be
just talk.
comparing Western world and Nigeria? Where Nigeria dey?
You know, see the problem. But you
Oh yeah,
now,
answer. Where Nigeria dey? When you're in a country, behave like them. When you're in Rome, behave like the Romans. So I don't know why you're
no.
bringing Western
Don't
world
talk
here.
about don't
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
that. Where most of the things people copy are from the Western world. If we should talk about that, then what you deserve for Valentine is flower.
Me, I no fair get Valentine, so
Eh,
that
but
one
in
no
case
fair
I just
concern me.
Choose to be a val now. I'll give you flower. You see, so if you're talking
No
about
come here. All this
if you're
talk where you
about-
don't talk, no go even work.
and we cannot even join part like this.
Okay, if we're talking about this talking stage now, how long? What's the duration of it?
There's no duration for talking stage.
So we can go talking
So I'm
stage
gonna
for
talk
1
Because
year.
there are some guys, there are some guys that will call you for the first 2 days. After they'll ghost you. Maybe the relationship where they don't come work ahead or come back. Baby girl, how are you? This one.
But you
And
know-
so many days.
But you know, before
Now
a
some
guy
women see the
before a
two of
guy
us.
ghosts you on probably on your DM or stops calling you. Now the way we take response to
No.
the guy.
No. Let me tell you, 80% of men now, let me say, they might be passing through a heartbreak or something.
Okay.
So they're just looking for someone to
Rebound.
talk to. But if that relationship come back, I bet you they will ghost you.
Let
And
me-
if it
let me ask
doesn't
you.
work out or see come back, that's all the men did.
Let-
Where
Let me ask you now, how many percent of ladies do guys maybe after meeting up call the first day, call the second day, the third day you don't see the guys call? How many ladies return their call to know how far?
majority of ladies don't call, but they text. They text.
The statistics should be first of all. What is the statistics for men
Now,
who go back
probably
to
the
their
guy doesn't
exes
call-
and girls who go back to their exes? Let's start from there. We have
I'm
we
not
have
talking
a
about-
larger because you said men will ghost you if they call they talk to you 2 days, their old relationship. How many men in reality actually go back to their exes?
Okay,
but
what
a
about-
girl can legit go back to her ex. So most of the time, this thing you are blaming, you are trying to throw a stone, but now
I'm not trying to. So
Because the
nobody,
guy now maybe after the third
it
day
is-
he didn't call, he might be busy with something.
Most
fourth
of
day
the
doesn't
times,
call, then
most
the
of
fifth
the
day he calls you. You'll be like
you
don't-
made see
Which
you
means
summed
they
it up when you
after 1
said
month.
the reply of the girl. See, men are not daft, yeah. And this is the truth, yeah. That's why we will always win you people in this dating pool game, and that's why most of the time you see guys throwing shade because a man is not daft. A man pays attention. A man listens. All right, and I said this the other day. That's why we can actually get them at their best game. A guy is paying attention to what the girl is saying, and we are dotting the I's and we're crossing our T's. But ladies don't listen. So a man, before you give a man a response, a man has calculated that this is where you're coming from. And 90% of the time, a man knows a girl who is interested and a girl who is not interested.
Interested in,
And the
yeah.
reason why most men still stay when they know you're not interested, because that your biscuit is shortbread and they must eat it.
Wisdom.
Fact.
And let me also tell you something. You just made a point. But let me tell you something too. Some men too, they feel like they're looking for someone hard to get
Okay.
and maintain. Because there are some girls that if they throw out at you anyhow, you feel like, make I just shock you, mature of us. So I just corrected the statement you made.
You're
True
making
of
no.
us. I just corrected you.
No. This true of us thing is for some people. No, you see, no, this how to
that's
get
correct.
in.
Wait.
No, this how to get in is not for everybody. Like for instance, yeah.
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
like
ask
any
you a
the
question.
idea of how to get.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If you meet a girl today, you carry her out today, and she accepts to lodge with you today, which mentality will you have about her?
Is it personal question for most men?
Personal.
It depends.
Okay,
Let's be factual.
Okay.
First of
okay,
all,
it depends.
no,
Good
my
and
type
fine
of person, I will never
But
want you
for
to sleep with
men,
me the
put it-
first.
Okay.
I will
Put
not.
it
I will
for
not even
men.
lodge in the first day. But then we
Put
put
it
it
for-
personally, yeah.
Mhm.
That before let's note that before we go out on a date, we have talked. Most of the time we've talked. All right. And sometimes because of the way we have talked, and don't forget that men are good with words. And I'm very good with words. If I told you trust me the first day, you might even want to lodge. You disregard your rules.
Okay.
Right? Now, if I go out with the girl, right, after we finish talking, the talking stage, because the talking stage is not before restaurant, you do one. Now for night call and phone call. So after the talking stage, we've gotten to know that okay, we are, because that stage is for us to know if we are dateable.
Yeah.
Then from dates we now know if we are marriageable. Now we go out to date. And the ambience of everything, the conversation we had, it's spicy, the tequilas, and I'm like, you can't go home today. My house is far. Let's just lodge. But don't worry. I'll sleep in the... It only starts like this. I'll sleep in the couch and I sleep on the bed. And when we get there, I will legislate on me. Can the girl come say, why are you on the couch? I'm cold. You just come. Who am I? Who am I? That's how you always start.
That's why. Which
So now, I will not...
mentality
Now,
you have about-
now that
What you judge
it's different
her?
strokes for different folks. Some people will judge and say I can have the first day, but I always say this is my standpoint. If you call person a shower, you will sleep with their shower and a shower too.
Yeah.
All right. Most times we always throw shades at girls. I slept with her the first day. She slept with you also the first day.
But do you know that also that phase there are some people that make that
But
same
do you
day
know-
they slept and they still got married.
Yes.
Yes, it's possible. That's why I say all this. That's why I told somebody all this. I don't do anyway. I'm a Christian, so that's something I don't subscribe to. But if I should talk as a normal guy,
You are a Christian.
don't give me
Let's
a me
go.
here.
Wait, should
Okay.
we go into that Christian aspect?
if you go there into Christian, like I say for me personally, I will never lodge with somebody I just meet. All right, I've never
Even
done
if
it.
you lodge after. Are you
No,
serious?
I'm not. No. Like that's why I said that certain things I'm talking on from the standpoint of most people, right? Because if I should talk on my personal beliefs, that say it won't be having this conversation. I'll kill the conversation from the beginning. All right, because even talking stage is not scriptural. Why am I going to talk to you? What am I talking to you for? So we're talking based on the world we find ourselves in,
Okay.
and that's where I'm coming from. Now, we meet, right? All right, and I discover you're dateable. All right, now, okay, sorry, where I was coming from was all these girls who say first day I can't have sex with somebody on the first day. It will be the 13th day, 50th day. The man can sleep with you and still move on.
Yeah.
So whether it's first day or last day, a man who wants to stay will stay despite of the day it happened. That's where I come from. All right. So all these calling girls cheap, I don't do it. For me, yeah, the people I even call cheap are the people who put price tag to their body, no matter how expensive you are. If you say to sleep with me is 20 million, you're still damn cheap. That's me.
All right, talking about being a Christian and all, there is this mindset that church boys are not lovable, this, that. It's better to...
Now then they talk am.
Nagadus with this.
Yeah, Gadus jerky.
It's not about them they talk about. I don't know how to put it, but they just feel like all these people that go to church, that one or two, that are not romantic, they cannot pet you as a girl. Girls love attention. They love,
always give you fasting. NSPBD.
They say,
What
but
can I do?
trust me. 80% of men you meet in church forget, run, because it's even people you meet for street, they better pass men with the church because they will show you shit. Okay, let me tell you an instance. I went to service in Kwara State.
Okay.
So I met a girl. She told me that, Constance, let me tell you the truth. I fuck up so I date pastor. A young pastor, single bachelor. Can you believe that man had like 7 girlfriends and was together aborted like 5 children for him? A pastor. Then what? That's why I'm saying that for me, I even prefer make I meet you for street than say make I meet you for church.
Yeah, meet her for Obule.
Like for street is better off. I bet you. You see this church, man. I'm not going to judge, but majority of them fear.
Okay.
Fear.
In as much as I would like to side her, but still, like if you ask me the same question, I cannot date a church girl. I think I've said something like this. There's difference between a church girl and a Christian.
Yeah.
Your friend is also a church girl,
Yeah.
and the pastor is a church boy that
There
is
is a
camouflaging. Because if she's a Christian, you will know a Christian when you meet a Christian.
Yeah.
So most times, these people they say obli, not them you they meet for church or something.
Yes, nah.
So you are dating an obli boy who is in church. So that's it. So most times we come to church looking for partners, forgetting that these people who are coming to church on Sunday,
They have different
sure
lives.
go one side on Friday,
Yeah.
you'll see them.
Yeah.
All right. So my mom will say this: it takes God's son to know God's daughter. Church boy will meet church girl, and they will have issues. But a Christian who understands the concept of Christian marriage and a Christian lifestyle will definitely know. The Bible says, by their fruits we shall know them. So as a Christian, there's certain indices. I used to know somebody who is a Christian. Otherwise, most church girls are not it. So for me, I won't date a church girl because most church girls are openly girls that are in church. So for me, that's me. But still, that your friend is a church girl too. That's why she didn't know that the pastor was not a pastor.
Because she's a Christian,
She will know. She will know that this guy, even in the conversation stage, she will know many things. She will decipher many things.
See,
And don't give me the idea of men pretend.
men do.
Everybody pretends.
But the only thing is you need to be smart enough to discover one or two.
That's why I tell people here that certain in this dispensation, I'm saying this for everybody to listen to it here and learn from it. If I go to a podcast, I like people to learn. In this dispensation, we're entering a dispensation, or rather a decade of information, right? In this next decade, if you're not informed, you will be poor. We're entering a gamble of information. People will be paid for it. In fact, what am I saying? Bill Gates paid in trillions. Doctors who gave him information about COVID-19.
Yeah.
He's not a doctor, but he had so many information. He paid for it. So we're entering a dispensation of information. And trust me, if you are ignorant, you will lose. All right. So now I tell people read books. There's a book I always recommend to everybody: How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I also tell go and read about temperaments. I will say this categorically: you can't have a conversation with me for 1 month, okay, highest 2 months, and I don't know you. People ask the wrong question, even in the dating pool. People ask wrongest questions on dates.
What's your favorite color?
You will not ask if there's witch history, any history of wizardry. You won't ask. You will be asking, what do you like to eat?
Talking about that one, you can know someone good and fine. You can know his temperament and the race, but men change. People do
change. But see,
you
I will not still agree. I will say
Okay.
this and I will beat my chest. Any person who is crying that he or she is in an abusive relationship, you saw the red flags while you're dating. You chose to ignore it. I said this thing, I think it was last week I said it. I said that the reason we ignore red flags is we usually love while looking for a wife. God did not tell us to love. God said he who finds. So you have to find a wife. You don't owe girlfriend love. I say it I don't owe you as a girlfriend love.
Because the Bible say love your wife.
Yes, it's your wife. Now your wife, when you don't marry your wife, you begin, that's where loving starts. So most times we begin to love. And don't forget, the same scripture will say, love covereth multitude of sin. So if you start loving your girlfriend, there are many red flags that you love will cover
it. Yeah.
Then you will see those things in marriage. So I will balance it. You don't submit to any man that is not your husband. And I don't owe you as my girlfriend. Don't owe you shit. The kind of love I owe for you is agape love, where the Bible say love your neighbor as yourself. Meaning that's why I can say I will do for my girlfriend what I can do for anybody. I don't owe you shit.
Then what makes her different?
There's nothing that makes you different from another person. The difference starts when I take you to the altar. No, when your dad walks you down the altar and gives you to me as an exchange of responsibility, saying that you are not responsible for my daughter. I've been responsible. You are not responsible. That's why scripturally the Bible says it's a man that leaves his father's house and go clings onto his wife. Women don't leave their father's house. A woman leaves her biological father's house to pay her marital father's house. All right. So until you walk down that aisle, I'm not responsible for you. You have a father. Let your father pay. If you don't have a father, you're not found. Life is unfortunate to some people. I'm sorry. So I can decide to, that's why I say, show kindness to everybody. Because all these things now where you constantly say, person buy something for person, they break up. You call the collect what you have. I won't collect any gift I've given you. That's why I will not give you any gift that will cost me.
Yeah.
So there are certain things, and this is the reason why most men cannot differentiate between wife and side chick. They give side chick the same responsibility they give to wife, because even while they were single, they couldn't differentiate the role of a girlfriend and the role of a wife. I don't owe you shit one more time as a girlfriend until you become my wife, and I don't expect you to submit to me as my girlfriend. Don't submit to me. We are all equal in the eyes of God as it concerns life. But under marriage, God now said the man is your head. No, relationship and marriage, see, girls will say to fiakwa, but relationship and marriage was God's idea. And if we will succeed in it, let's go back to the genesis of it all. Until that's why marriages are failing. Because no. Marriage is God's idea.
Yeah.
All right. So if God says this is the way it is, the reason why we have failed marriages is man is beginning to carve out theories from our heads that can sustain a marriage. No. If it was God's idea, then God is in the best place to tell us how it works. Yeah. And God is saying that, man, love your wife. That's why I tell myself the responsibility I have to my wife is, your wife is your first baby. For just as children, 1 Corinthians came out from the woman. The woman came out from the man. Right? So if you can't remove scriptures when it comes to relationships. All right. So I subscribe to the fact that my wife is my baby. That's why it's normal, and I owe her everything. But my girlfriend, I will show you kindness as I show others. Right? But to say I will buy you house.
Okay, now that brings me to my last question on this topic. There's this ideology that there are certain things a lady would have before the guy go love him, or the guy go one day develop feelings for him. And also for the ladies, there are certain things this guy go get. That makes sometimes go, yeah, this is my dream girl, this is my dream man. Some sort of let me start with you, Constance. What are those things that you are looking out for in a man?
Talking about that aspect, it's not like I literally need anything from a man. The only thing is, one, you should be matured enough. Two, you should be a kind partner. I'm not talking about really speckle. You should be matured in the sense that, some men, they're overthinkers.
True.
I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to really explain. But some men, they assume a lot, which is very bad. Like, they assume a lot. That is why you need to be matured. You'll be like, okay, if my baby doesn't pick her call, she's here or here. Not that she don't go see another man. Like,
girls, they do that on purpose.
Another man.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you that now. You need to be matured, number one.
But a typical girl,
Number
if you
two.
call the man 1, 2, 3 times, the man no pick.
And then they assume past
no one even know whether the man baby is in something.
Next
thing I message.
But that's why even if you're
Emotional
busy,
intelligence.
even if you're busy, number one, just a text will help.
Communication. Yeah.
Communication. That's where communication comes in. A text will help. Sorry, I'm busy. At
Okay.
least, even if she was overthinking, it will reduce the level at which she was thinking. You get, sorry, I'm a little bit busy. Or you say, okay, this is where I am. Like, it will reduce her thinking. But now, when you don't drop a text, someone will call you like 5, 6. What do you expect the person to think?
Why you go call me 5, 6 times?
It dey happen now. Maybe they're concerned about you, but you now you think it a different way. Let me say, if you travel now, like there was a time my mom traveled.
Okay.
She forgot her phone, and my dad did not know her phone was at home. So he has been calling because he was at the shop. He has been calling. Do you know how like my dad felt? Like you could see the tension in him, not knowing that my mom left her phone at home.
Okay.
You understand that kind of a thing now? Yeah, that's why I say they don't need to be overthinking. Number one, you need to be matured. You should be responsible enough. Okay, there's some men of nowadays. Anything my mother, mommy's boy.
Can we not go there, please?
Like, I know, let's not go there, but you need to be matured. You need to be kind. You need to be understanding. Try to invest on me. Meanwhile, I'm trying to make you grow as well. Let me tell you something that men don't know. If you have someone as a woman that really cares about you, that loves you, even though you say you don't love her, that loves you no matter what you grow.
I didn't say I don't love her.
Wait till you
I
talk.
said there's a level of love you give to a girl.
So if no matter what, any girl that you show care, you show love, you show maturity, should make you grow. No matter what.
She'll make you what?
Grow.
Oh, okay.
So in all these things you've listed now, no financial.
Financial, I said financial kind. When I mean kind, you need to be financially stable and be kind enough to give me money.
You must be financially stable.
When I mean stable, you should be able to afford a certain. Okay, let me now try to say something. Like now, the way I am now, I didn't suffer when I was small.
Okay.
Like I almost had everything basic, like everything. My parents tried; they did everything for me. Will I come and be with a man that at the end of the day I'll have to call my dad at home to send us food stuff?
God forbid, no.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to say. Normally, I'm to upgrade from where my parents ended, not to go below them.
True. Well,
So
you will grow.
I'll have to grow, not to go.
Reasonable growth.
Yes.
Not.
So Jamie, what's your own take on that?
No, for me, I feel like if you ask me, number one, God fearing, not the one that
Not the one who got the fear.
something like that. You must be God fearing. Then I speak for all men when we say we want an understanding woman. Because men are going through a whole lot mentally right now. It's not about Nigerian men. The world, when it comes to the economy of the world, is declining. So men are going through a whole lot. So I speak for all men when we say we need somebody to understand them. And what goes with understanding is patience. Every man needs a woman who is patient, because there are ups and downs now. For most men, if not all men, we go through ups and we go through downs. So we need a girl who is patient when we're in our down moments.
But now, talking about that aspect of patience, sorry for cutting you short.
Okay.
You know, some men, you'll be patient with them for long. You'll be patient with them, but immediately they get that money or more.
Now, I always
You
say
be bad
this,
luck.
just because I don't want to make, just because I just don't want to waste time. I've always said this: there's a difference between I was there with you when you're broke and I was there for you when you was broke. Many girls were there with them when they was broke, but they were never for them. For instance, I was broke and you were with me. I go out to work and I'll still be thinking about you, so a person will steal you from me. You are with me, but there's where a girl is for you. Speaks words into your life. She goes out there to say, honey, I know you don't have money today. I'm going to source for it. That one is for you. And trust me, men are built in a way that they don't forget. No, I'll tell you the truth. Check your school, your primary school, secondary school. How many girls who have this initiative of, let's go back to our primary school and do this for our principal? It's men that do it. Men don't forget. Even the people who forget are minimum. In the 12 disciples, only Judas was a betrayer. So you barely see men who betray. Yes, they do, but men don't forget. Men, like they say, the Lannister always pay them. No, I'm speaking for most men.
What do you say men don't betray?
No, I didn't say men don't betray. I speak for majority don't. The minority do.
Let me tell you something. The only thing is, the society have accepted the men being polygamous in nature as a thing that they know it's wrong, but for the fact that the society has accepted it, they decided to impute it as like they cannot change it.
Maybe when next I'm here, we'll talk about polygamous in nature.
No. What I'm trying to say is, when you say men don't betray, I'm still trying to understand. Do you know a man can actually get married to a woman?
Okay.
You'll be there, maybe 2 thick and thin. You guys are managing, the woman is supporting, the man is supporting. But once the man get money, he dumps you and go and marry another. What's that?
It's in rare cases. You can tell me that a man will not dump you, but he can marry a second wife, which is what the culture has enhanced.
Wait,
I can
let me try to tell you. I'm not talking about second wife here.
A guy said on Instagram, give most women in marriages 125 million. Most people in marriages, and 95% will leave their homes.
Yeah.
Fact check. But a man, if he's committed to a woman, he can cheat, which is a disease. but most times he will always come
Do
back.
you support cheating?
I don't support cheating.
You just said
For me,
cheating
I
is
tell you
a
that I don't believe in the whole theory of men are not polygamous in nature.
But
That's
the
a fiasco
word,
from the
don't
head.
use
pit
that
of
word,
hell.
men don't betray.
I say
Because
most. I'm talking for most men. I'm not talking of. See,
most men betray. Don't say most men don't betray. Which
out
one is
of 12 girls, this is the last statistics I'll drop. Out of 12 girls, and you will agree with me because you're a girl. Ladies don't agree with girls. Out of 12 girls, 7 of them are bad eggs, are betrayers. But out of 12 disciples, only one Judas. It's basics. You barely see amongst
even ladies
men.
don't trust themselves.
Men have. You see, when it comes to brotherhood, there are certain things
yeah.
men can die for. But you see, women supporting women is a facade.
You know,
It is not real.
one thing about guys, two different guys, individual that doesn't know themselves
Can bond.
Can bond probably because of football or something. And
So
they don't do- but
the
it's rare for
scenario
ladies.
of men betraying
Ladies
men.
don't first size yourself.
Exactly. The scenario of men betraying men is rare. All right. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Betraying
It
men,
happens.
but don't say betraying women because
No, I don't want to talk about men.
see,
But
if it's
what I'm
talking
trying to
about
say.
that aspect, I don't want to talk because you are a man, you know your men, so I don't need to tell you
And
about
as a
them.
woman, you know. No, I know men.
Okay.
I know men can be careless. I know men
Yeah.
can be
And the funny
promiscuous.
thing that they want you to understand.
See,
They
like I said, when we
guys.
get, like I said,
No,
it will
no,
take another topic
Yeah.
for us to delve into the promiscuity of men and women. And if we delve, even you will still, women will still lose. Women will still lose. But for the
See,
purpose of this
I don't want
conversation,
to talk about
a man
it
likes
too
a
much.
man will always go for God fearing, understanding, patient, and smart. I don't want to take you to where my guys are and they ask you what is A, you are explaining what is B. You get me? So every man wants a smart woman because they say where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So every guy wants a treasure, a woman that he can, call a treasure. You feel me? So
Thank you very much. I believe we've learned a lot from this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you to our guests here, Constance and King Jamin, for joining us in the studio today. My name is T-Boy. Till we'll see you again. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. Peace.